Hey guys, it's Alex from Paperform, and today I'll be running through with you one of our recently released template wide flow forms. Because of the current situation, we're all having to adapt and transition to that now fast moving online digital world, the work environment. And no one else is feeling that pressure more than fitness trainers and personal coaches. So we've created a template to try and aid them in doing that shift from the face to face to now video chat room sessions. So we're just going to dive into this form quickly and have a look here. If you want to edit any of your text, just simply click or highlight and remove. For the pictures, you can simply click on this remove X, or you can change and replace the image simply by clicking on that picture icon. If you want to get into a bit more detail and change the personal look and feel of the form, click on that theme icon I just did. You can see we've got quite a few options for colors, including font changing, sizing, and then a whole heap of changing elements of question bars, submit buttons, backgrounds, etc. So that's a have a go. Have a little play around with that and see if you can get the form to look and feel like you. I've got a body of text here. It's just a mythology and something you can easily remove, edit, or change. Looking down at the questions here, you can simply change the question type by clicking on the drop-down menu. We've also easily made it possible for you to change the question just by clicking on here. Diving into these questions, if you want to edit any of the products, which of course for this template are session types, simply click on that cogwheel, the configuration settings, and click on the products tab here, and you have the option to change the name, the price, how much stock there even is, or edit images to give it a more personal feel. So if we go into settings here, you can also change whether they can get more than one, and in appearance you can change how it appears to the user. Hopping out of that, we'll get back in. I've just added a small logo here down the bottom that you can easily remove or replace. Just a small bit of text that is the business, and obviously, as you would have at the bottom of any form, a little professional address. On the next page of this form, which we've created through a page break and made it so when the session type product question is answered, it will appear, is just the details, the simple things you want to collect from your clientele: name, contacts, any comments or queries they may have. So again, you can edit any of these, remove, change, or even duplicate by clicking on this little icon here. As we move through to the next page is where we're getting to that exciting part of booking a session. So this is a new and exciting question we've actually released, which is the appointment question. So what we want to do is we want to go into the configuration here, and we can edit quite a bit about this. If we want to look at event details, this is in regards to when a user will submit the form, the event it creates. So here we've got the one-on-one PT session, the description, get excited, all of these easily editable. I've also put the start time interval at 60 minutes, which means no one can book a session after someone else within the 60-minute time frame. Look down here, length of time, obviously we've chosen that to the 60 minutes as each session only runs for 60 minutes. Now, if you want to go into your availability, this is where you can edit when you actually are available. If you want to edit any of these, you can simply just close and create a new one. Click on the timing. I'll go 6 to 5, change the PM to AM, and hit save, and that will create a new schedule. If you have any days you're unable to work, just simply click on, and that will block out those days and make it unavailable for your users to book on that day. Now, we're looking at number of days in advance an appointment can be made. That simply means 90 days before their chosen date, they can still create an appointment. Minimum number of hours notice, 12, maximum number of appointments a day, 8, and obviously that interval stays at 60. So what we need to do now is actually connect a calendar to your appointments so we can better control and configure how this works. What we do is we click on this here underneath calendar and choose which calendar fits. So I created a dummy account with one-on-one PT Fitness Australia at gmail.com. So I'm going to choose that account, click on the calendar and choose the calendar that works with it. And then hit finish setup, and that's done, almost. What we have to do next is to actually go back into our design and edit dashboard. We want to click on after submission. We want to get into integration and webhooks, which is down there, and we'll scroll down and find the integration with Zapier. Now, before we do this, we need to ensure that we've done a test submission. That is that we've gone onto our live form and actually created a submission so that Google Calendar can obtain the information and create this integration or this connection. So please ensure you do that before following these next steps. So we're going to click on Zapier here, and I know you can see them there, but that's because I've actually played around with quite a bit of integrations. If you can't find an app, just simply type it in here. So I'm going to chuck in Google Calendar and hit enter. And then we've got this option here to use this Zap schedule new detailed events on Google Calendar for new platform submissions. So that's what that is doing. Every time a new submission form is submitted, what's going to happen is you're going to trigger the creation of a Google Calendar event. So we're going to go through the prompts here. It may ask you to sign up or log into your Zapier account. After you follow the prompts, it'll land you on this page here. So we're going to click on which account we want to use, and then we'll just continue through and follow the prompts. This will be the form that you are creating the event in regards to. For me, it's fitness app. Awesome. I'm going to click continue there. And then we're going to hit test and review just to ensure that is working. And woohoo, we found a submission. That means they've found my test submission that I've created. It's possible someone has already filled out the form, but I wouldn't have allowed that. So this is my test submission here, where Google Calendar will be able to obtain that information and soon create an integration. So we're going to follow the prompts through here, and that action is create detailed event. Awesome. We're going to choose which calendar this is going to, hit continue, and then follow the rest of the prompts. So ensure you do choose again that calendar. And then you have the option to create summary, description, and whatnot. I'm going to skip that because I don't need to, but if you need to, please don't leave that out. The important thing that we should be checking here is this conferencing. I'm going to hit yes on that to ensure that it does create a video meeting link for the event. So what this does is when this form is submitted, and now we're going to create a detailed event. Just ensure that you do choose that calendar. You do click it. And now we're going to create that detailed event. So just ensure you do again click on that calendar that you want it to go with. And then here we've got conferencing. We're going to ensure that that is clicked to yes. Because what this is going to do is it's not only going to create an event in your calendar in relation to the appointment booking date and time that your customer or client chose, it's also going to automatically create a Google Hangouts chat room link, which will be connected with the event on your calendar, and will also send an automatic invite out to the user submitter. So that person that submitted form will automatically also get this link and an invite to the chat room and the calendar event in their email. How easy is that? That removes all the headache of you having to how easy is that? That's going to remove all the headache of you going in and manually ensuring you connected the right chat room link and sent out that invite. It makes life so much easier, especially for us busybodies. So now we're going to go into start time. We're going to choose our options and scroll down. You can easily, to avoid this, just type in on the search bar start. Hit that start date first. Make sure we put a space in between that and the time. So that's good. End time. What I'm going to search for is stop on this one. I click the stop date, put that space in between and hit that stop time. Easy peasy. Now I'm done filling out this form, this integration. You feel free to add more details that you need. I'm just showing a quick demo of what we do really want to see. I'm going to hit continue down the bottom there. And then I'm going to hit as well test and continue. So that's going to test and see that all my data does actually integrate properly, and it does. So that's working, and the next step is simply to click on. So now that's made that live. Every time someone submits a form, it's going to create the event, as long as of course they do book. It's going to create the event in my calendar and also create that Google Hangouts chat room link. Cool, so we've done that. Now something else we want to look at is going up through and into the direct integrations. We've got this guy called HubSpot CRM, and this is a great app as a customer resource management app. It will be able to uphold and obtain all of your information in regards to each and every one of your customers. And it's great when you want it for uses such as marketing or for our emails. So to integrate our form with that is very easy. All we're going to do is click on that icon. I'm going to create or update our account. Now, obviously mine is already, but for you to update or add an account, just click on this little button here, add account, and follow the prompts. You may get asked to sign up with HubSpot or logged in. At the end, you'll just simply find yourself on the same page that I am. And what we're going to do is we're going to go through here and add what we feel is important, what we want our HubSpot CRM app to actually obtain, what information we're going to feel is useful. So I'm just going to quickly put some things in through here, and feel free to add whatever you feel is important. But once you've gone through that, you'll get to the bottom, and then I'll recommend to send test. This just ensures that you're testing the connection is right. We've got success. So I'm going to hit finish setup, and that's now done. Now we've got that HubSpot connection there live. And if I wanted to see any of the data or information from my form submitters, I simply go onto my HubSpot account, onto the dashboard, and I can obtain the information there. Now, something else that we really want to do before finishing off is getting into the after submission and creating and configuring a custom email that will be automatically sent out to our form submitters. So if you want to add the email, you just click on this button very simply here. Whereas I've already created one, so I'm just going to hit on the edit and be able to see how I created mine, in what way. So for the email, I've piped in the answer of email from my form. I've just made a simple name of my business as the subject. The from name obviously appears. I'm including my receipt in the email as well as submission. This is where it's really cool. I've ensured that the content of my email is custom, and I've written here with lots of answers piped in. So this being the name, it will come up to, depending on the submitter, let's say his name is George. Are you ready, George? Get excited for your training. Here it will state the dates that the date and time that he booked his appointment for, and then it will also let him know that we've also got another email being sent out with the link to meeting the trainer, and that's that automatic email that will get sent from Google Calendar with the Google Hangout chat room. So once you've created that email, you'll have a create email or update email button to press down there. And from now on, every time that form is submitted by a user, they will get that automatic email sent out. Now, this is awesome. This is really, really good. But we've also got another custom message that is going to be sent out, and one that we're going to find in the integrations and webhooks. Now, this is our friend ClickSend. Now, it's a direct integration just like HubSpot, and it's a really amazing app. So we're going to click on them, and what we want to do is we want to send an automatic SMS out. So we're going to click on this, and much like the other integrations, we'll be asked to add an account, follow the prompts. This time you'll be making an account with ClickSend, and then you'll find yourself on the same page as me. So you want to go through these prompts and follow from number. So that's going to be your number or your business number, the number it comes from, to number. Obviously, we're going to pipe in that answer to the phone number there. The message body, this is simply asking you what your message to be. Your reference, reply to email, that's if you want to include an email that they can reply to and whatnot. So I would click finish setup here. Of course, it's going to ask me to enter in all fields, and that's because I've already created my ClickSend account here. So as you can see, my message body is hi, piped in the answer, first name, thank you for booking with One Personal, we're excited for you, perfect. And I've sent a test already, and that does work. So what you'll be seeing is if you do play around with this and have a test submission after you've integrated that ClickSend, it's going to send an automatic text message out to the submitter with the details of their booking session, when it's booked, and also with a little written on the fact they'll receive an email with a confirmation link to that Google Hangouts chat room. So that's awesome. Now we've integrated Google Calendars, we've integrated HubSpot, and we've also integrated ClickSend, which is that automatic after submission SMS notification. So we're pretty much done, except what we want to do is we want to make sure we get paid. So we're going to jump into configure and payments, and we're going to go up here to the payment account used on this form. Now I've got my Gypsy Rascal set test, so I'm going to set that as I just want test payments to come through. If you haven't added a payment account to your forms, you can do so by going through your manage all payment accounts. We offer Stripe, Braintree, PayPal, and a couple more. So that is your fitness coaching or personal training wide flow form template. I'm happy you could join me running through that, and happy form making. See you guys soon.